My name is Asad Yaqub, and we are going to start your IELTS speaking test. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I am ready.
Good. What's your good name?
My name is Haris Ali.
All right, Haris. Let's take a start. Do you work or study?
I do study, but nowadays I am working as a mathematics teacher.
Good. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions about your hometown. Is your hometown a good place to live?
Yeah, offshore, my hometown is good place for living to me. It's outside of Lahore, near the Ganda Singh place. It is a border area between Pakistan and India.
All right. What sort of jobs do people do in your hometown?
It's depend on the mentality of the people. Many people do job online, and but often mostly people would like to do job in different institution for mentally preparation.
Okay. In which part of your hometown do most people live?
Mm, Yeah, in my hometown, mostly people live in a rural area because the environmental of rural area is very fresh, and you can purchase anything pure and healthy.
Okay. Where did you play in your hometown when you were a child?
In my childhood, mostly for playing, I prefer to go in park or different ground where I can entertain and do different activities.
Okay, we now move on to IELTS speaking part 2. Your topic is describe an interesting place that you have visited as a tourist. You have 1 minute to read the topic and write down some notes. Okay, you will now have to speak on this topic for 1 to 2 minutes.
Now I am talking about the famous place where I have visited as a tourist. It's Arganda Singh border. It's near boundary area between Pakistan and Hindustan, where people come across different places of the my country, and in the presence of anthem, they seen the parade of Pakistani soldier, and it increased our the passion, how we can bright the and it's also.
Okay, right. We now move on to IELTS speaking part 3. What areas of a town or city do tourists often like to visit?
It's depend on the people, the mentality and the layer time, but mostly people go to northern area where you can see the see the nature, and you can entertainment after seeing the different trees, clouds, in the presence of different time.
How important is it for local governments to look after popular tourist attractions?
Yeah, if you if you can increase the revenue of your country, we should invest the on local tourist places.
Okay, thank you very much. This is the end of your IELTS speaking test. You need to focus your grammar mainly. In part 1, you said it's depend. And in part 3 also, you said it's depend. Actually, the right one is it depends. S will come there. Then you said in part 1, mentally preparation. It should be mental preparation, right? And then you said people live, pronunciation mistake. It should be people live, right? And then you said, I mean, when I talked about past tense in your childhood, you said I can. It should have been I could. Okay, so mainly grammar and tenses. In speaking part 2, you stopped at 45 seconds. So this is where, and you were going on well, and then suddenly you ran out of ideas.
Yeah,
So
because-
try to go on. And in speaking part 2 also, you had some pronunciation mistakes, like you said, talking. It should be talking, right? And then you said, I have visited. Actually, the topic was in the past, but you said many years ago, I have visited. And then in part 2 also, you said they seen. People who go there, they seen. It should have been people can see, or people could see, or people saw, like that. And in part 3, your answers were too short and lacking information and proper understanding. You got to focus that. Well, you're very close to band 6, but at present, looking at your overall performance, I'll give you 5.5. Right? Thank you.